how do you feel about preservation of historic buildings, even when it's not immediately propagated?
Maybe you're familiar with this or not, but my name is Dan Hartman. I work for the St. Louis County Historical Society. So I'm a big fan. I think we need to do a better job of actually promoting what great history we have in our area. I love that the downtown historic district is there, yet no one knows it's a downtown historic district. I think we need to do a better job of actually providing signage for things like this and actually talking about this great local history that we have. I mean, I love the fact that in the back of the room we have Lori Melton, who actually works for the Glensheen Estate. So, you know, this is a town that's very proud of its history, and I think we need to do a better job of actually promoting that great history. So, but again, I'm incredibly biased.
I think in Duluth we've had some great success with preserving historic buildings and protecting our history and being able to share that with people. I agree with Dan that we could do a better job of promoting it. These are some of the things that are really special about Duluth and really unique. We have incredible waterways, the St. Louis River, the Lake Superior. We have beautiful trails. We have an unusual, hardy breed of people that are creative and intelligent and a good workforce. And we have an amazing history. And so I think if we think of all of those as assets, that those are things that we want to keep around, and those are things that we want to be able to help attract people to Duluth with. You know, in each project that comes up, I think that is the lens that I would look at it through, and then would need to see what each of those projects meant. But that would be the background or the value that I'd be coming from.
When you're the incumbent, you have a record to stand behind, or to hide behind, or to try and hide from you. You can't save all the buildings. The jail, I was not supportive. All the county commissioners said, tear it down. They've been at it since 1995. I said, you know, county commissioners, they're elected. We're subordinate to the county. Tear it down. Some of you are not familiar with Old City Hall, though, which is next to the Old City Jail, down right across from the casino on Superior Street there. I did sponsor legislation to provide $25,000 to build the pulpit that Mayor Snively used to stand out when Superior Street was mud. We have pictures of it and speak. And so you're going to see that come to fruition in actually weeks to come. That's moving along. The Armory, I was not supportive of the Armory. I didn't think that building was worth saving. I didn't think it was that special. And we were told by architects that it would take $13 million just to shore it up. Tear it down, they told us. I agreed. However, the Tiffany windows that the mayor wanted to sell, I adamantly opposed the sale of Tiffany windows, especially as they depict some of the history of the city of Duluth. And so I was supportive to keep those in the city inventory.
I'm proud to be part of the Preservation Society, and my wife and I was working on some toilets today in our house that are 100 years old. And, you know, they've been around, and I want to pass them on to the next generation after. So that's a big part of what I believe in. And we have some of the, on a serious note, we have some of the best architecture in the Northland. And I want to continue to push through and protect it. I disagree with Stauber on the fact that the Armory, I think, was a good idea. What happened was our economy collapsed nationally. And that would have been pushed through, and I think it still can in the near future.
Well, I'm the type of guy who would prefer to drive an older car than a newer car. I think, for one, they look better. They're easier to fix. These new cars nowadays, you got to bring them in to get fixed. So I think the same goes with the old buildings around here. You know, I feel they look better. They'll withstand the weather. So I think we need to do what we can to preserve those buildings. Thanks.
Boy, I am all for historic preservation. I grew up in a family where my parents would buy old homes and and renovate them and make the most out of them. As a matter of fact, in our own neighborhood here, I did the same thing with my home, and at one point, I remember my contractor saying to me, you know, Becky, you'd be better off just leveling this place and starting over. And I said, are you kidding? Look at this. It has potential. Let's preserve what we have here, and it's worth the investment. But I think you have to take each project individually and assess it to determine if it's worth the financial investment in it. I'm concerned about that jail because we've heard that a lot of money has to go into repairing that place to bring it up to par. But there are other instances. I don't understand why we don't just sell the armory, find somebody to develop that. Look what's happened on Superior Street with some of those old buildings. They've been sold and renovated, and I know there was a lot of arguing about the preservation, but look at it down there now. It's beautiful. So preserve it as much as possible, but make it fiscally responsible at the same time.